Good evening, everyone. This is Jesslyn, and I'm here again with the story of a strong, fiercely independent lady who has graduated just a while ago from a prestigious Indian institute. She got her first placement itself at Microsoft, the thing almost all the college going students aspire for. Her name is Aditi Srivastava, and she holds an even prouder identity for her professional life and multiple skills which are accurate to the best level, perhaps. And no journey is easy. So today, we at Floxus are here to know her story. Aditi is a graduate of Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra, and she is currently working as a software engineer too at Microsoft. Floxus is pleased to welcome you, Aditi. We are happy to have you here with us.
Thanks, Jesslyn, and thanks for all the kind words that you've said.
Okay, so I guess now we'd get going with this fireside
Yeah.
chat. So, Aditi, just to begin with, can you give a basic introduction about yourself, like the sort of person you are, your hobbies, likes, dislikes, etc.?
Yeah. I'll start. So as Jesslyn already mentioned that I am working at Microsoft as a software engineer too. Some basic things about me. I have lived in 9 different cities and I have went to 7 different schools because of my father's transferable job. But basically, I'm from Ranchi. I completed my 12th from DPS Ranchi. After which I went to BIT Mesra. I did my graduation in information technology. As a person, I would say that I'm a quick learner and I like to learn new things. I like to have new experiences. I love traveling, just like all other millennials these days. And talent wise, I'm not gifted, so I can't sing or dance, but I have an interest in writing. I write poems and I was very active during my school and college in theater. I was in fact a part of drama crew at my college, which has won various national level competitions. That's all about me in a short. Uh, yeah, I'll
Thank you
say that
so
I'm
much,
a
Aditi.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Leslie.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can continue. You can continue.
No, I was just saying that all these experiences have transformed me into a strong person, and I feel I'm ready to face any challenge. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. I think your hobbies of writing poems and reading that indeed resonate with mine too. So
Oh,
I'm much more happier to interact with you
oh,
now.
we should connect on it afterwards.
Of course, surely, surely. Thank you so much for this introduction about yourself. So, Aditi, you have graduated from BIT. Of course, that's always close to our hearts. So, how was your college life?
So I would say that I have done a lot of things in college and I have enjoyed my college life to the fullest, and everyone should experience their college life in such a manner. I have organized various fests. I have participated in so many events. I was, as I mentioned, that I was part of a dramatics crew, and I went to college trips and so these 4 years that I spent at BIT Meshra, it was a life-changing experience and it was the best phase of my life. It has transformed me into a person that I am today, and I'll always be grateful to BIT Meshra for all the friends that I made there, juniors, seniors, which actually became my family. I'm still connected to so many juniors. Like Utkarsh, he was a junior in college, but he's still connected, and I feel blessed that I have such connections, and it's all because of the experiences that I had in BIT Meshra in those 4 years.
That's true. That's true. I feel that some of the connections are indeed for lifelong, be it school
Yeah.
friends or college friends. Yeah, that's true.
But
That's
I can
true.
surely say that anyone who went to BIT Meshra, those 4 years, it's the best experience that they can have.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Although we are like having an entirely online college life, so
You
I'm
guys
not
are
sure what
very
to say about it.
unlucky. You guys are very unlucky. You have not experienced the college life. BIT Mesra has a beautiful campus. I'm not sure if you have been to BIT Mesra. You are in your third year, so did you get a
Yes,
chance to
I
go to the
yes.
campus?
First year I have stayed there at my college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
So it's a beautiful campus. It's so
exactly.
green and the weather is so nice all around the year.
That's
And
the
you have
best
so
part.
many,
That's the best
yeah,
part. Exactly.
you have so many things to do there.
Exactly. Like weather of a place plays the major role to like mold you and decide
Yeah.
your working. Like if it's a very bad weather, it's very difficult to function there. Okay, so moving forward with this. So, is there any difference about the sort of person you were during your college life and about the sort of person you have been transformed into today?
So I have tried to keep myself and not let corporate life change me. Like I told you, so I did so many things in college. I used to organize events and participated in various things. So I have tried to continue that afterwards as well. I made friends here. We work on weekdays, but on weekends we go out and play badminton. We go out for lunch or dinner. We go out on trips. I have the coolest team here, and we play TT and cricket in between the breaks. And then there are so many fun events where I'm an active participant. So I have managed. I have tried to keep that essence there, but yeah, things change. You have to become a little more responsible and serious. But I would say that if you focus on your goals, if you keep working, if you work hard, and but in the same time, if you want to enjoy, you can enjoy. So just stay focused, but do not forget to enjoy life and have some fun. I try to follow that even today.
I think that's the burden of the corporate life. Like you have to be a bit more responsible and sincere towards yourself when you step into
Yeah,
that pool.
yeah, you cannot ignore things like you used to do in college. That is for sure.
Exactly.
But you get ample time to, do the things that you were doing in college, and you do not miss out on things.
Yeah, exactly. Agreed. Okay, so another question for you is that how important has soft skills been in your life? Like, according to you, what is the importance of soft skills for any person who wants to enter the corporate world, and any suggestions to improve upon them?
Yeah. So I would say that soft skills play a very important role. So technical skills, these are a must-have, and that's the basic requirement. But so you can be technically sound. You'll have a great idea, but to how to present that idea, you need to have technical skills. So you need to know how to interact with people, how to work with people, and how to build that trust and that relationship, so that people believe in you, so that when you present an idea, people will trust your idea and they are ready to listen. So for these things, you need to have soft skills, because no matter how technically sound you are, if you're not able to present your ideas or to reflect them properly, that idea will not take a shape. So I'll share an example. This reminds me of an example. When I was new into this organization, I was getting good work. I was learning new things, but I was not getting that feeling of owning something or doing something end to end or taking the complete ownership. So I went to my manager and I asked him that is there something that I can work on independently end to end, where I'll be the person responsible. So he offered me a feature. It was a small thing, but I was the one who was driving everything. So I was the one driving the designing, the implementation, testing. Then I had to drive communication between various teams, because when you enter corporate life, you'll feel that if you're building something, there are so many teams or so many people involved. So I was the one driving everything, and it felt so great that I am building something from scratch and I am the one responsible for it. So when that thing got completed, the feature was done. I got great feedback from my manager and from other senior teammates as well. And so my manager told me that I was really impressed that you came and you asked for that opportunity and you proved yourself. So if you don't have that skill, if I did not have that soft skill, or if I was not confident to go to my manager and ask for that opportunity, I would not have got it. So you will get opportunities, but not all the time. Sometimes you have to fight for the opportunity, or you have to ask for the opportunity. And for these things, I think soft skills come a long way. So as I mentioned, that if you have a great idea but you do not know how to present it, then there's no use of having that knowledge unless you present it well to the world. So soft skills play a very
Exactly.
important role there. And in college, I can say, yeah. So if you're in college and if you want to develop soft skills, you can participate in events. There are so many things happening in colleges. So even if you're not good at it, but you'll gain the confidence. If you be it anything, dramatic music, if you have interest in music, participate in musical events, or if you want to participate, there are so many technical events also happening in college. If you do not perform well, it's fine. Nothing. It does not matter. But it will help you gain that confidence, and in the long run, it will help you great in a great manner. So
Of course,
participate in
that's true.
events, I'll say.
Yeah. I feel that's true. And the most important part is that grabbing an opportunity is very
Yeah,
important. Like without that, it becomes
you
very
have
difficult.
you have to keep your eyes open. So it's not that simple. There's so many people around. Opportunities are not going to come to you. You have to go and grab those opportunities. So just keep your eyes open, your the mind open, and look for the opportunities.
I feel that's very important because, of course, besides you, there are so many people who are working and struggling
And
for the same thing.
everyone is equally talented.
Yeah,
Sorry,
true.
yeah. Yeah, they're working for the
Exactly.
same thing, and everyone is equal. So when you enter the corporate world, you'll find that everyone is equally talented. You have to stand out. So soft skills
Exactly.
play an important role there.
Exactly. So that's important, of course. Okay, so that was indeed a very good suggestion, and I really believe that it will benefit a lot of people. So, Aditi, another thing which I would like to ask you is that so, as far as the opportunities which you got, how free flowing were they for you? And were you ever subjected to any kind of restrictions, or were you ever stopped from pursuing anything just because of your gender?
Well, I've been very lucky there that I was never stopped or robbed of any opportunity because of my gender. So as I told you, opportunities are not going to be always free flow. But yeah, I think I was working hard. I just focus on one thing, that I'll stay calm. I'll keep myself calm and focus on the goals that I want to achieve. So. Like if we are talking about Microsoft, when I got into BIT Mesra, initially I had no prior knowledge about coding or anything. So that time, some little guidance from seniors and help from my friends motivated me to take up competitive programming. And after that, I think this Microsoft internship opportunity came to me, but I kept my mind focused and I wanted to perform well. I was not worried about if I'm going to succeed or not. I have to perform well. And then I just got an opportunity here, got an internship. So I think, yeah, I'll say it was not very free flowing or very smooth opportunities that I got, but I grabbed the opportunities that came my way.
Okay. So that's of course very important. And I really agree with you on this point that opportunities need to be grabbed at every point because
Yeah,
of course there are so many people in the whole world. Several want to go into the tech field, several have non-tech interests, but still the battle and the queue is huge. And to make a mark for ourselves is indeed a very struggling job. So
right.
that's of course important in that aspect. Okay, so as you have worked as an intern at Microsoft and presently you are working there as a software engineer, so of course, I believe that the process would not have been so easy. So, how did you prepare for it, and in what way did the striving force act as a motivation for you?
So, as I mentioned earlier, that I did not have any coding knowledge prior to college. I never had any coding languages or anything in school. So, when I got into college, first year was very difficult. We had C, and I was struggling a lot. So at that time, I made my mind that I have to work on this. I have to improve my coding skills because this has kept me struggling for so long. So in I think during my second semester, I started coding. I began, and during the summer, during the second year, I took up coding seriously. So I got some guidance from my seniors. So seniors can be the most helpful people because they have been through the phase that you are going right now. So if you are in college and looking for some guidance, I think your seniors will be the best people to reach out. Then I had some friends who were good at coding, so I used to ask doubts from them. I was practicing basic questions at the beginning, but they were very helpful with those questions also. So and I think afterwards, from second year, I focused on competitive coding, and I knew that I have to take some internship next year. So during my second year break, I was intensively practicing questions on competitive programming, and then so in third year, companies started coming up for internship, and I remember before Microsoft, there was this just one company whose test I was able to clear. So at a point, it gets very frustrating. You have to take so many of these tests and you're not able to clear them. It can get very overwhelming and frustrating. So at that point, you have to keep yourself motivated and you have to stay focused. You need to tell yourself that this is not the last company that is going to come, or that it's not like that if I don't get an internship this year, or if I don't get on campus internship, my career has ended. It's not like that. So I know people who did not get some amazing levels or some company organizations right now. So organizations right now. So yeah, so I was frustrated, but I was telling myself that no, you have to work hard. You'll get an opportunity. Things will come and go. It's okay. And then Microsoft came. So I cleared the coding rounds. Then they called us for the next day. So Microsoft at that time is a dream company for any student. So I think this was one of the major motivation for me, that I got an opportunity to intern at Microsoft. I have to use it to the fullest. So when I got the internship, I went there for summer internship. It was a 2 month long internship there, and during that time, the biggest motivation for me was the experience that I had there. So when I was working as an intern there, I had such an amazing experience that my learning was I was able to learn so many things. I worked on a ML project, and my mentors, they were very helpful, and just the work culture or the environment at Microsoft is so motivating. That was the motivation, that this is the workplace or this is the organization that I have to work for. So I need to work really hard and get this PPO, and I have to be at this organization. So yeah, that was my motivation during
I
my
feel
internship.
that's truly a golden motivation because working at Microsoft indeed is a dream job for anybody. And like I must commend you for that you got an internship there, and plus of course you're currently working there. So that's indeed a good feather on your cap.
Yeah. So I would suggest that even if you're not getting opportunity, or if you're not able to succeed in a way that you had planned, it's okay. Just as I mentioned earlier, that you will get multiple opportunities. It is not like that there are so company. This is the last company that you will get into, or you'll not get a placement. You'll get so many options. There's off-campus placements, or you'll get into companies in the next year, or even if you're working at some organization and you're in your like in your professional career, you've started with some organization and you have to go somewhere else, you can switch. So it's all like it's not the end of the world if you do not get into your or hello.
Hello? Yeah,
Yeah,
Aditi, you're
sorry,
audible.
there was some
Yes.
disturbance. Yes, so just stay focused. You will get a one more thing, that everyone's path is not going to be the same. So you do not have to compare yourself with someone else. You will have your different path, and it is going to be a great journey. So just focus on your goals, and you will achieve what you have aimed for.
Exactly. That's very important because usually we humans have this tendency of comparing ourselves with others and then getting demotivated that so and so person has this and we are lagging in this. So that's of course important that you consider yourself as a confident person and continue to work on your track.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as far as we speak about a flourishing career, of course, I believe that Microsoft is indeed synonymous to a very glorious career. But I do believe that there must have been several mistakes which you would have made in your path. So, if possible, could you share a few of them during this journey?
So I think one mistake I made in professional career was at one point. I think I became a little laid back, although it was for a very short span of time. But I think I felt that things are going great, and it's okay to take a step back for a moment. But I would suggest that even if things are going great and you feel that uh, you're at a great place, you should not stop. You should keep pushing yourself and work hard, because there's always room for improving. If things are going great, you can make them greater. So just keep pushing yourself. And sometimes what happens, that things get a little overwhelmed. So you may feel that things are not going according to my plan, or something is not working out. So that time, do not get frustrated or just quit. Just take a step back, take a break, and think that what is there that is lagging, and what do you need to focus on, what is the thing that you have to work on, and everything will fall in place in time.
That's, of course,
So yeah, I
important.
think
Because we tend to make a lot of mistakes and some mistakes also turn out to be setbacks which indeed push us down that it becomes difficult to revive, so I guess that needs to be kept under control.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so
yeah, that's what I said. That things can get. I think there is some lag. Yeah, go ahead, Jasleen.
yeah, sure. Okay, so another thing for you is that we humans have this tendency to pick up something and then we gradually lose interest in it. So, how did you tackle this behavior, this monotony of life as far as coding is concerned, or any other skill which you have developed is concerned?
So I would say that when I think it's very common, it happens with all of us. It happens with everyone that you take up something, and after a point of time, you either get bored, or you think that things are becoming too much to handle, and you start doubting yourself or your plan. So if that happens, what do I do in such situations? Is that I ask myself three questions. That what was the first reason that I wanted to do this in the first place? Then do I still want to achieve that? And if I still have to achieve that, then what is stopping me from doing that? So if you answer these three questions to yourself honestly, then I don't think there is nothing that you cannot achieve. And it has worked for me. So if I felt that this is not working out, or maybe I should quit, I just asked my question, then I was back on track. And actually, I learned this from someone who was sharing her experience over a seminar. So it works for everyone. it has worked for other people. So you can just remember these questions. What was the first reason that you took this up in the first place? And do you still want to achieve that? And last, that what is stopping you from doing that?
Agree. That's true. And of course, it's important to keep you going at all the times.
Yeah,
Because indeed the journey is long. It's a matter of like 4 years is our course structure of bachelor's of technology, and then you have to enter the corporate world. So there, of course, in a way it can be termed as monotonous, because every day 9 to 5 you have to
right.
do the same thing over and over again. It's important to
Yeah.
have your interests intact.
Hmm. So
Okay.
yeah, if you remember why did you take this up? What was the reason? What is your main motivation? And I think if you are motivated to do something, you can have a setback, or you can have you can take you can have a step back, or it can be overwhelming, but it will not stop you from doing that.
Okay. So that's of course right. So Aditi, when did you start preparing for your internships and placements? And according to you, what is the right time to do so?
I started competitive programming in my second year, and towards the end of third semester, I got serious regarding my preparations for internship and jobs. That was the time when I was strictly working towards the internship opportunities, or the jobs that for the companies that will come. But I think today students can start during the first summer break, that is just after your first year, because by the time you have somewhat clear idea what do you want to do, and you'll have ample time to do that, because you there's nothing much so there's nothing else that you have to focus on. And I think if you start early, it'll be great for you.
Of course, the earlier you start, it becomes better in certain fields.
Yeah. And I think also companies come in third year for internship. So you'll have almost around 2 years to work on yourself and get ready for
Yes,
these internship opportunities.
yes, that's right. Because the more projects you have in your resume, it will, of course, give you an edge over your peers. So I feel that's
Right.
important.
Yeah, and so projects are important, and I am speaking specifically for CS companies. So you have to get your concepts really strong, data structures, algo, because in college mostly companies are concerned with your DS algo. So the earlier you start, the better.
Yes, that's important. Because I feel that there are some fields which simply require practice. And DS Algo is one of them. The
Yeah.
more you practice, the perfect you will become.
Right. And you don't know what question you will get. So the more number of questions you practice, or the concept that you cover, because your interviewer can ask anything. So yeah, it
Yes.
has to be rigorous.
And of course, it's not a theoretical portion where you have a
Right.
limited syllabus. It's a very
Right.
broad topic, so you can get anything. Okay. So, as far as Microsoft is concerned, Aditi, so how is the work life balance there?
Oh, so the work-life balance at Microsoft is great, I'd say. I have never felt that I've got bored of my 9 to 5 job, because there's so many things to do here. First of all, the campus is great. We have everything at the campus. There are three gyms. There's a lake. There's so many landscaping areas where you can go and roam about. The cafeteria is amazing. we get you get everything that you can imagine in the cafeteria. Then in the activity area, we have TT tables, pool, snooker, and so many things to do when like you if you get bored, or if you think that yeah, I have been sitting at the system for too long, I need a break. There are n number of activities you can do here at Microsoft, and the leadership team here is great. So the leadership team here is great. They encourage us to take break and focus on our mental health. For so in all the meetings or in all hands or any conversation that we have with senior leadership or my manager, the first thing they want to focus on is your mental and physical well-being. So, like during this Corona time, many people, so many families were suffering because some member of the family was affected. At that time, Microsoft was treating each of its employee as a family member. It arranged everything from oxygen concentrators to test when it was impossible to get these things. And so I'll take an example. My father got COVID positive during May, and I had to take a break. So my teammates, I just called my manager, and I said that I'll not be available for the next 2 weeks because my father has tested positive. So he said, "You don't worry about the work. We are here to handle everything. You don't need to open your laptop, and you just take care of your father and your family." And I did not open my laptop or checked my phone even once during that time. And so this is just a small example that happened to me. But yeah, so it's not just like these small things, but Microsoft takes care of its employees. So the uh, its motto that it has to empower every individual on this planet, it goes by that. And as I told you that on weekends we go and play badminton, or we go out for lunch or dinner, so there is no workload on weekends. And sometimes if I log in on weekend, my manager or my senior teammates would suggest, "Why are you logging on the weekend? Go and enjoy." So at Microsoft, people encourage you to have to to maintain that balance, work life balance. It's one of the
Exactly.
main it's one of the main aspects here. So I that's what I said. That's what I meant, that Microsoft is a great organization to work for.
Yes, that's right. And of course, work life balance is very important because only work at work will lead you into frustration. And of course,
Yeah.
you just keep enjoying. Work is also truly important.
So if and then you hit a break point. So after a point, you are not learning anything. If you're frustrated, you will not be able to contribute much. So I think mental well-being is really important for college students. Also, I'll suggest that if things get overwhelming, take a break and just point those area of concerns where you think you need to work, and do not push yourself to such an extent that you wear out yourself. So just work hard, but you should be able to enjoy your life, because this time is not coming back.
Yes, that's of course indeed left. Okay. So, Aditi, I believe that these big companies, especially like Microsoft, Facebook, Google, they are the ones who have a great work life balance. Because in our previous sessions, we interacted with some other very successful women like you. One was working at Facebook, and one another was also working at Microsoft. And all of you resonate with the same opinion that the work life balance is perfect. So I believe that it's indeed a great place to work in.
Yeah, I think
That's right.
Microsoft leads in the industry at that point, at work-life balance. I'm not aware about the other organization, but I have heard about Google and Facebook. But I can tell about Microsoft that if you come and join Microsoft, you'll not get that frustration that we see people around in IT sector. That
Yes.
I hate my 9 to 5 job. I have not heard anyone saying that I hate my 9 to 5 job.
Okay, so that's of course important. Although this 9 to 5 job is also important for us. Like if software engineers don't work on new technologies, then how will the common public benefit? So that's also important
Right.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I believe that the work life balance is indeed good there, but you must be having some kind of stress busters for yourself because working constantly, staring at the laptop screen, continuously checking your emails, I believe it becomes too hectic. So, what are your
Yeah.
stress busters for the same?
So I have a cat, Lucifer. He's a Persian cat. He's one of my biggest stress
Okay.
busters. Whenever I feel I cannot sit in front of the laptop anymore, I just go and play with him. And
Okay.
other than that, I I watch something on the laptop, or before Corona, me and my friends, we would. So badminton for us was a big stress buster. We played every weekend, or if not badminton, we'll go out for some physical activity, so say swimming or some amusement park or some trekking or anything. So which involves physical activities, just to relieve all that stress. And I love watching movies, so I put some time there also. But I don't think I have felt very stressed or overwhelmed that it if it was a concern. I think these things took care of it.
Okay, so I feel that that's good. And of course,
Excuse me.
having pets to play with is, of course, one of
Yeah.
the best stress busters.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and one more thing. So, I had amazing roommates. So before Corona, when I was living with roommates, so if any one of us got bored or was not feeling, like not doing well, so we would go out and do something just to freshen them up. So, I
Okay,
think you
so
should
that's a
spend time with your friends, family. If you have pets, that is great. But if you like, but you can spend time with your friends and family to relieve stress. I think it's the best stress buster.
agreed. Totally agreed with you on that point. Okay. Okay, so Aditi, although Microsoft is a place of tech enthusiasts where most of the people are technically sound, but still, I believe that every organization has some people who lack the requisite skills. So, even at Microsoft, you must have encountered some people who are not very technically sound and not very well versed with their working. So, how do you tackle them?
So if I had to mentor someone who is not that technically sound, so Microsoft believes in. So it's not like we are working for the organization. Microsoft believes that the organization is building for the world and all the people. So if someone is not technically sound, I think they are encouraged by their managers or teammates to they have one-on-one sessions where they can identify those areas where they have to work, and they are encouraged to work on that. So we have one day dedicated to learning. We have a day of learning where we do not do any like any dev work, but it is blocked for your own learning, and it can be anything. So if you feel that it is some technology that you want to learn, or some soft skill, as we mentioned earlier, some leadership quality, or anything, just want to read a book, and so you have that day and you can utilize that. So there are things like that where we, so if I feel that this person needs to maybe focus on this particular area, so I can tell them that, say someone is working on front end for the first time, they're not aware about how things work there. So we can tell them that yeah, you can this is something you can take up for learning, and learning is a very important aspect here in my organization, and everyone encourages that. So if I go and tell them that you can take this thing, take front end technologies for learning, and then they get some time, so they work with the manager and different teammates to block some time, or to if I can help them in some way, I'll try to help them. Yeah, so that's how I try to tackle such situations.
Okay. Because stress plays a very haphazard role in your life. So, of course, having a
Hmm.
social circle and then managing your tasks is indeed important.
Right.
Okay. So, Aditi, as far as I believe that engineers are always looked up as people who know how to fix circuit boards, repair cars if they have any problem. So, have you ever encountered this situation when your relatives have asked you to either repair their PCs or fix some issues with their Facebook or Instagram accounts?
Yeah, so luckily no one has asked me to repair their PC, but I have been asked by my younger cousins to hack into someone's Facebook account or Instagram account, and then I had to tell them that this is not how software engineers are supposed to work. It's not that every software engineer is into hacking, and hacking is not something that you see in movies where they just open their laptop and some green lines come up, random lines come up on the screen, and they can get into someone's system. It's very different, and not everyone is hacking systems at Microsoft or Google.
Okay. So I believe that's very important.
But I think I've been very lucky that I no one has asked me to repair PCs if people are getting asked such questions.
Yes, yes. Because it's a very common notion, especially in India, that a person who is graduating from an engineering branch should know how to repair any problem which arises with a car, any problem which arises with the TV remote, or any
I think
electronic appliance.
electrical or electronic engineers get asked such questions. So I remember my cousin, she's an electrical engineer, and I think she was telling me sometime around that someone asked her if you can repair this remote or if you can see what happened to it.
Okay, okay. Okay, so Aditi, as you are currently working as a software engineer too at Microsoft, but there have been many instances of people, especially women, who face the imposter syndrome and feel that they don't deserve it. So, according to you, what is the suggestion there
I
as
think
far as the imposter syndrome is concerned?
yeah. So imposter syndrome is very common among, I think, new joinees or women nowadays. I was attending a seminar, and I saw I they hello. Yeah. So I was attending a seminar where they showed some statistics that certain amount of women and new joinees face this imposter syndrome. So to people facing imposter syndrome, I'll say just believe in yourself, because you have it, that's why you got it. So you have it in you, and that's why you are here. So you should not doubt yourself. Okay. So the people who make you doubt, I think you should not listen to them. And so for new joinees, I think it can get a little overwhelming, because in the beginning everything is new, and you hesitate in asking questions because you think that the person will think you do not know this, or this is something that you should have known, and they'll think that it's a stupid question. So I'll say that no question is a stupid question, because these people were in your place some time back, and they have gone through the same experience. So you can ask such questions, because even they had all these questions. So learning is a natural process. You will learn and grow. You should not doubt yourself. But you have to believe it in you, because even if you think that you do not know it, you will know it in some time. That is the process. Just
Okay.
just do not think that people will doubt you because you ask that question. It's perfectly fine. You are not supposed to know everything. You are just out of your college. It's okay, people will understand that. And even if you are at a later stage of your life, it is okay if you do not know something, because you know something else. So you are expert at something, and if you're asking a question, say at thing A, then that person may need your help with B. So it's all part of that process. For women, I think women are made to feel this imposter syndrome, because I'll give you an example. So when I got into Microsoft, I got an internship. So I heard from many people that she got it because Microsoft had to hire a girl for diversity hiring. At that
That's
point,
true.
I was I was a little confused. But then I told myself, I did not let it get into my mind, and I told myself that these people do not know how much hard work I have put on. So why should I listen to them? They'll keep on saying these things. And because no company is going to hire an unworthy candidate, I'm telling you. They're paying you, they expect returns from you. So they'll not hire if you're unworthy. They'll not hire you even if you're a girl. It's not based on gender, because if you see, so many women are excelling at their career, even. And So it will have something to do with their talent and not just gender. Because if suppose they were not worthy and they got into that organization because of gender diversity, as these people say, but how is she excelling at her career, and how has she maintained to stay dated, and she's been working so hard if it's not her talent? So I think women especially should not feel such things, and they should not let these things get into their mind. You are not unworthy, you are totally worthy of it. You have it in you, that's why you are here. And you know how much you have put, how much hard work you have put in, not these people. So do not listen to them, and do not let these things get into your mind, that you do not deserve it. You deserve every bit of it.
That's of course important because usually we tend to lose our own self confidence after hearing such remarks.
Yeah,
So it's important that we stick to our goals and pay no heed to what people are saying.
correct. And I'll tell you that I have not seen such thing, but I have heard from some of my friends or their, their acquaintances, that some women had to say such comments at their workplace also. So I'm not talking about Microsoft, but say some other organization. Uh, they were made to feel like they got here because of gender diversity. Dude, even if she got here because of that, how is she still there? How is she excelling at her work?
Exactly.
She's doing better than you.
Exactly.
How can you say that?
Exactly. People always tend to say this that she got here because of some influence. But of
And
course, they tend to forget this that how come she's still sticking to that position?
right. And I think it's very common for Google and Microsoft. So when I was in college, I would hear from people that Google and Microsoft hire girls only for gender diversity, and girls cannot get into these companies on their own. It's only because of this gender hiring. I have seen so many women at Microsoft, and I know so many people at Google who are doing amazing. And these they are the senior people who people look up to. And if it was just for her gender, she would not have reached that position.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so Aditi, as you are aware that you have also been through that phase of college life, that there are many students who aspire to build products in college life. Although they are technically sound, but still they are unable to think about all the processing and how to get it actually implemented. Because there are people who want to build up something or they want to hold a good startup area. So, according to you, what should be the suggestion for them? Like, how should they pursue their goals and to have something which they can own? They can say that, yes, I have made it.
So I think the most important thing before building any product will be the user expectation or the user experience. So you need to think how easy is it going to make the user's life with your product. Or say if what I do is, if I have to use this product, how will it be like, how, what are the features that I want in it, and how will it be different than the product, similar products that are already there. So what all features or what all things I can add, so it'll make my life easier. So if you think from that perspective, and if you think that you are the user, you have to use it, what all features do you want in it, and how do you, if say if you're using it, how do you want it to be, and just build that idea, discuss it with your friends, and then I think you can get to a point where it will shape up into something. So just build on the ideas that you have if you are the user, and keep on improving.
Okay, that's of course important. Okay, so Aditi, according to you, can you list some of the tips and tricks for the tech savvy women out there? Because I'm sure many would be listening to us. So, according to you, what should be the right qualities which they should inculcate?
So, to all the women out there, I'll say just believe in yourself, because you can achieve anything that you set your mind for. And I think for technical knowledge, you if you work hard, you'll build that knowledge. And I have seen so many girls who are technically sound and are doing great. Just one more thing that I would add to what you guys would have already been hearing is to always try to stand out. just not from the women but from everyone around you. Just try to stand out and keep your eyes open for the leadership opportunities, I'll say. Because what happens, we do not see so many women leaders around us in tech world, but we can always be one. So if you do not see women leaders, just try to be one. So try to get any leadership opportunities that you get.
Okay, that's of
But
course
for technical
important.
knowledge, I think yeah, they already have so many things, and I think everyone's aware about it. Keep so for coding, I'll say keep on practicing, just as I mentioned earlier. And once you get into this professional world, stand out from everyone and grab any opportunity to lead that you get.
Yes, that's of course important. I really am happy to hear these words from you, to grab opportunity, because this has actually
Yeah,
percolated my heart and mind. Because even I believe that opportunities never knock on your door. For some they might, but
right.
at least for me they never do knock on my door, and I have to hunt for them. So I really believe that everybody
Yeah.
should have this tendency to be on a lookout for
Yep.
opportunities, because you never know when opportunity passes you and you don't even realize it.
Your door is closed and you'll not realize it.
Of
So
course, of course.
grab the opportunities, because and everyone is equally talented. Some people are more talented than you. So it's just about grabbing those opportunities. You have to
It's
ask
true.
for something that you want to have. It's not like people will come and serve it on a plate to you. Just
Exactly.
stand
That's
up for
very true.
yourself and ask for the opportunities that you want.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so Aditi, as we are almost nearing the end of this fireside chat, so any other personal incident which you would like to share, or any kind of advice which you would like to give to all those people who are listening to us today?
So I think for past 1 hour I've been talking a lot, and as Jasleen pointed it out correctly, that my suggestion would be to grab the opportunity. It's not coming to you; you have to go and get it, and believe in yourself. Stay focused. If you do not believe in yourself, no one else is going to. So you have to believe that you have it in you and you can achieve it. You
Yes,
have to
that's
make
of course
others
important.
believe that your idea is great, or what you have been working on is amazing, and you have to like present what you have in your mind to them, and they should believe in it. So yeah, just believe in yourself, I'll say.
Believing in one's own self is, of course, the most important virtue which we can inculcate.
Yeah.
Aditi, was there any such incident either during your college life or during your corporate world which has left a remarkable impact on you?
Oh, I have had so many amazing experiences. I don't know where to start at, but I'll start with one small experience that I had in Microsoft. So I was a new joinee here in Microsoft, and I thought no one pays attention to new joinees. Like they're just out of college, and no one is going to believe in them or take them seriously. So my manager, my general manager, so M3, my skip levels manager, he was having some session, and he was asking us for some ideas. So regarding a small thing, I don't remember it properly right now, but I thought, what do I say? If I don't know if they'll even take me seriously if I say this. So I think he observed that I was having some doubts, and I was discussing it with my friend. So he just, I don't know how did he knew my, so how did he know my name? He called me like, "Hey Aditi, you have something to discuss. Don't be shy." And then I just told him about that idea that I had, and he was so impressed, and it felt great because it was not even 2 3 months, and so you're just out of your college, so it's a big thing for you that a person at such a big level is taking you seriously, and is he knows your name and is asking you for ideas. So that was a great experience, and I thought that if I get to that level someday, I'll try to be like him, and I'll make sure that even the new joinees or even the youngest people in the team feel that they are heard and they are equally important.
That's important, of course. So I feel that many people have this tendency to make the new one feel welcome in their team. And of course,
Yeah.
it's important also because sometimes we have this thing in mind that jo bhi naya aaya hai, we'll just ignore that person and we'll
Huh.
continue working with our old team.
So
But that's not
I'll
good.
tell I'll tell you something. When I was in my third year, I was general
Yes.
secretary in Dramsok. I tried to
Okay.
make everyone feel welcome into the club, but there were times when I was skeptical about the ideas that the new ones presented. I would listen to that, but yeah, you know that I would prefer someone who is a little more experienced. So that is something that I learned, that not just making them feel welcome, but you have to make them feel that their opinions are heard and their voice is equally important.
Okay. So that's of course important because the more we try to enhance our team, the more we try to spread it in a wider network, the better output we'll get because there will be a great flow of ideas.
Right.
Okay, so Aditi, it was indeed a very good session with you. And just one last
E-
question from you that you
Hmm.
have collaborated with Floxus to become a part of this Women in Tech series. So, according to you, what do you feel about this initiative which we have taken up? Is it in any way beneficial for everyone out there as a wider audience?
I feel it's something great. I wish I had such an experience in my college life. I did not get an opportunity. So you guys are doing an amazing work, because in college students are very naive and they do not they're not aware about the corporate life or how it is to be working for an organization after your college, and especially women, because we do not have that exposure even in college. So this is a great initiative by Floxus that you are doing with Women in Tech series, and I'm telling you, I'm jealous that I did not have such an opportunity when I was in college. I wish there was something like this for us. You guys are doing a great job. I'll like to mention that Utkarsh, Jaslin, and the whole team at Floxus, these guys are doing great, and the audience, you are lucky to have to listen to experience by professionals, especially women who have to face the challenges, and you'll be ready to face the professional world with these
Thanks a lot.
experiences.
Thanks a lot. Your words indeed mean a lot. And of course, it gives us a great motivation to continue with this series in the
Yeah,
future
I'll tell
also.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks a lot.
yeah, please keep doing this, and I think it will be you guys must have always like already been getting such feedback that it's great, this is something
Yes, of
that you should have
course.
started long back, and it's helping us. It's really amazing.
Yes, truly. That's true. We have indeed received positive feedbacks from people that they are happy that we have taken up such an initiative where we are bringing to light professionals who can share their
Hmm.
true stories. Because most of the time we live in this dreamy world, we are not exactly
Yeah.
aware what's happening. So
What's
that's
happening
important.
outside? Yeah. So what happens when you step out of your college and join the professional
Yes.
world? What is happening in the corporate world? So I think, yeah, to bring up people who are actually facing these things and to share their experiences, it's a great idea.
Yes, that's true. Okay, thank you so much, Aditi. It was indeed a very good, engaging session with you. And I
It
really
was.
must say, I have got to learn a lot from you.
Thanks a lot. It feels great that like my words were useful for you, or it has inspired you. It feels amazing,
Yes,
and
of
thank you,
course.
Flox's team, to give me this opportunity to like present myself and to present my ideas, or to be able to interact with all these people, all these young people.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Aditi. So, with this, we'll close today's session. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot for joining us.
thank you.